All right. Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Chat Sphere. That's right. We're not a one-off. We made it episode 2. And I've got a new guest.
Hi, I'm Drew.
I was going to say introduce yourself, but you already started, right? Let's hear a little more. Like what do you do? More, I don't know. More about yourself. We know you're Drew.
Well, what do you want to know?
I don't know. Just talk about yourself. What do you like to do?
Well, you said we can't name companies or do specific things.
Okay, well, he works with a shipping company, so there's that.
It's not fun.
No.
It's in a warehouse. It's not even the fun part of the shipping.
Is there a fun part of the shipping?
No. We drop your packages. If they always talk about how we're supposed to properly handle your packages are getting dropped no matter what company they get shipped to. They're lying to you.
Lovely. Thanks. Thanks for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to know that my packages are not making it safely.
No, they never are.
Well, to be fair, yours is better than some.
Well, to be fair, think about it this way. If your package is going through a facility and there's hundreds of thousands to millions of packages going through it a day, you really think your individual package getting handled by a person who gets paid $15 to $20 an hour is going to care enough about your singular package?
I don't know, man. I am on the thought process of if I was getting my package delivered, I'd like it to be packaged and sent and delivered correctly. So I am going to do that to others. But not everyone's like that, so I get it. That's fine, whatever. But moving on from that, beautiful introduction from Drew here.
Yep.
I failed to mention this on episode 1, but as well as the mini games and the little challenges I want to do at the end, at the beginning, as I bring on new guests, I would like to let them start off with a topic, kind of ease them into it, kind of give them an idea and feeling on how they'll be throughout the episodes. So, what you got in that noggin? What you thinking?
Do you just want to start with how we met so they know?
That'll work. Okay.
So we met at, we can't say names, but we met at a grocery chain in a grocery store. I was the autistic-looking, quiet guy who didn't talk to anybody. I kept to myself and was terrified to talk to anybody. And Nikki was the skinny band kid who could talk to almost anybody and got along with everybody. And he naturally saw me being an outgoing person and said, I'm going to take this person under my wing. And he took me and this other guy, buddy Matthew, and just started from there. I don't know.
Spoiler, Matthew will be on hopefully within the next few episodes, so that'll be fun.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, we've known each other for
8 years? 9 years?
8
Almost
years.
10? Something like that.
8 years.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, because I left that company last...
You took forever to leave that company.
Yeah, but I was riding through college, and then I wanted to...
I didn't think you were ever going to leave.
That's fair. I mean, I guess we can say the name of the company. Because we're going to be... We'll say... So... we worked at Kroger. It was an interesting time. Any stories that come up for Kroger? Nothing bad on Kroger at all. It's a great starting job for...
Real quick. When I was just saying the company, it just clicked with me. I'm like, what if we're talking about Lethal Company? We're working for the company.
No. Well, they could be lethal. Anyways, but anything we talk about, any company, whether we name or not, we're not talking bad about the company. It'll just be experiences we had, different stories we have to tell about them. But yes, we worked at Kroger with each other for... When did you leave? Was it
2018? It's like November 2018, something like that, before I went to my current job.
So we worked together for about 4 or 5 years then.
Yeah, it was a long 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. It was good though. The beginning was good. When I started working there, at least. We had a good crew.
Yeah, and then as naturally it happens, all the good people leave, and no one wants to work there, and all the good people quit, and then the job gets worse and worse. The job itself.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
yeah,
we have many stories from Kroger.
And I think that's more or less what I mean when I say it's not so much the company, it's the people you work with. And, ooh, we had some characters. Or creatures. creatures.
Oh, creatures.
Creatures
Creatures is a good word. It's the perfect word. Oh,
Oh, man. I feel like we shouldn't go into... Well, as long as we don't use names, I guess we could.
Sid the Sloth.
That's awful. Man. Yeah, we'll leave that one where it is. We'll leave that where it is. We'll go to more detail.
Mr. Popman.
Oh, my God. We love Mr. Popman, though.
No.
We love Mr. Popman.
And and ever since we left, or at least that I've noticed, it feels like it's not that it's a bad thing, but it seems like a lot more people who are somewhat on the spectrum have filled our places.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a good thing, though.
It's a good thing. Like, I'm glad that they're getting jobs.
Yeah.
And I don't know where to go from there.
Well, it's because it's a tough subject.
It is a tough subject without touching someone's nerves.
It's I don't know. Some companies do it for a tax write-off, which I can't blame them. But that also leads to more people with I guess with a disability. That's probably the best way to put it, to get jobs more easily. So I'm happy for them. I'm glad that it's more accessible for them to get a job now than it would have been years ago.
Yeah, I mean, they all need a job if they can. Say, heck, my brother, he has autism, and we've been training him for like 2 years. We've been trying to get him to be able to have a job someday too, because he's just at that borderline where if we train him well enough, he could potentially have a job and be able to go out in society and do something. But it's just a lot of companies they're very selective with who they will and who they won't hire.
Yeah.
So, and they say, most companies are like, oh yeah, we're going to hire people on the spectrum with special needs, but they only take the highest, like, performing ones who are like, for lack of better words, almost normal, but just slightly off.
Right.
And then the rest are just kind of like, there's only certain places that will hire. It's more of like factory jobs where all you have to do is like the simple, like, okay, put this here, and then done. And most of them enjoy that stuff. They know how to do it, and so they enjoy doing it over and over and over and over again.
That's true. But how old is your brother?
I'm gonna say, I don't know. A few years younger than me. I'm guessing 20.
Okay.
21.
Yeah, if you've been helping him out the last few years to try to get him towards that, he's probably hitting around that time where he'll be able to find something here soon.
Hopefully. Because he's doing this extended thing through his school where he's like, it's like job training or whatever, where they're teaching him more like real life skills. Mm-hmm. So, and that part of that is like job training and trying to see where he can possibly go in the world. But it's hard to train him on one specific job if he doesn't know he's can get that thing.
That's true.
So,
yeah, that's cool.
But anyways, back to the company.
Oh yeah, we should tell them some career stories.
There's so many.
There's good, there's bad.
What was your favorite job? By favorite, I mean least favorite.
Hold on.
Okay, because there were certain jobs
like favorite department or favorite department.
No, like when we were together being beggars, what was your favorite but least favorite job? So what was your favorite and what was your least favorite?
So my favorite was probably carts.
Yeah, everybody loved. We love carts.
I loved pushing carts. You got to be outside. It gave you a little more freedom, except for when it was raining or snowing.
They tell you. I can't say that. Well, they tell you to go out there and get the carts because you need carts, and then we go out and get carts, and then they say, "Hey, why are you playing in the rain? We're not paying you to be in the rain." And it's like, I'm just doing my job.
It's raining.
I'm just doing my job. And then you go outside soaking wet and beg. But that sucked. That's the only time. But otherwise than that, it was like fun going outside and getting carts or pushing trains that we weren't supposed to do, but they didn't care as long as the job got done. And then now they got the stupid little robots.
Right, that was a tough one though because they didn't want us pushing a big amount of carts because it would hurt the employee. But I get it. But now they're pushing it with a machine that can barely push that many. But it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, and now they're like, I guess if you can't beat them, join them. And now they're got a machine that's just doing it. And it's like, that's back in my day.
I don't know if the machines work anymore.
Really?
I don't see hardly any of the stores using them now.
Are they back to the stupid little cart strap things? The little stupid strap that you put on one, put on the other.
Anyways, those were arguably more dangerous than
because you get they get stuck after a time. And you try to press the button and you slam your finger.
I had it where I had strapped it, and I'd only done 8. You're only supposed to do 8. We've done more than 8, but I had it where it was only 8, and I'd strapped it. I go to push it. It slipped to the corner and flung back. It whizzed right past my head. And it's stainless steel. Coming at Mach speed.
This thing sucks. And then you got the people who, like, I don't know what it is about, like, anywhere where there's a grocery store parking lot, people don't know how to drive. Like, they're just, it's like, what, 10, 15 miles, 20 miles an hour going through there, and people are going like 30, 40, and I'm just a little cart pusher trying to push my cart, do my little job, push it to the garage, and I got a big train that I know I'm not supposed to have, but I have because people need their freaking carts, and they almost run into me. I think there was one person that they did hit the car. There's been multiple people who hit cars.
There's been cars that have hit employees.
I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, one of them hit Soda Pop.
Pop man.
One of them hit him. It was a time that
was he fine, or did he just drink pop and walk it off?
I think he ended up being fine, but like he got hit. It was rough. I was upset because I wasn't outside at the time. Most of the time I've pulled people back if they're walking and I see a car coming. I was upset because I wasn't there, but yeah, no, it was wild because everyone, I saw people running outside. I'm like, what happened? There's like, someone got hit. I was like, who? Like,
that was my dream. I wanted to get workers' comp for an idiot who hit me.
Yeah. But they said who it was, and I was livid. I was livid. But, yeah.
You were livid that he got hit by you were livid at the person or the situation or just everything?
All of it. It shouldn't have happened. It was ridiculous.
Okay.
And like he was wearing a vest. They say to wear the vest. It doesn't do anything. People don't pay attention.
Maybe they thought he was worth more points because he had the vest on.
He's a shiny special rarity.
He's a shiny.
Jeez.
Just like you get the special multiplier if you're in a school zone.
No, we can't say that.
Why not?
Take it back.
I'm not condoning you run over children. I'm just saying the idea is funny.
I hope not.
Anyways, this is the last episode of the podcast. There will not be a third or fourth episode.
No, this might be his last episode of the podcast.
No.
I'm just kidding. He'll be another recurring guest. It'll be fun.
Be a great time.
Back to the question. So least favorite, at least in front end, it would probably be bathrooms. Bathrooms were awful.
They could be. Women's was always worse than men's.
Which is surprising. In grade school, men's is always the worst, or I guess the boys, because we're kids at that point. Boys are always worse than girls. Because, boys like to make a mess, whatever.
We can't aim.
Huh?
So some of us can't aim.
Yeah. It's...
I mean, that's every bathroom you go to, though. Like, everywhere around the urinal is just piss.
But with kids, it's so much worse. But,
because kids be playing with it. They're like parkouring with their urine.
How far back can I stand?
Yeah, how far back? And then all the other kids gather around, and they're like, go, go, go! And they're like all the way back against the wall and peeing.
What school did you go to where there were kids rooting and watching you
It happened one time.
That's disgusting. That is
They literally like, yeah, and he was like all the way back against the wall, like holding it, and they're like, yeah, and then he like started, the streams like, and.
Thank you for that image.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
And then it went everywhere.
They should have just... I'm surprised they weren't drawing targets onto the toilet seat.
Real quick, speaking about school, I've always wanted to talk about this one.
Okay.
Did you ever have that experience in school where you're in the bathroom shitting, everybody comes in, and then you fart, and everybody's like, "Who the fuck's in there? Who's in there? Who's in there? Who's shitting? Who's shitting?" And they climb over or under to see who's in there. They're like, "Yo, Drew's in here. Drew's shitting."
Or they look at your shoes. Because they know who.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, your shoes. I know those fucking rusty ass old Adidas shoes, like that are falling apart that you've had since 3rd grade."
Well, it
like,
sucks too, because I had the like dad New Balance like white mowing shoes.
I always had the cheap like Adidas shoes that were like slightly above something you get from like Walmart. Like you go to like
the Kohl's.
You go to like a shoe
Kohl's
carnival.
Shoes.
You go to a shoe carnival or something near Kohl's in a mall, and it's like 80% off our sale price or whatever, and it's like
there was a reason it was 80% off.
Yeah, and you get like get some like shoes that are like last you like not even the full school year, but you got to ride those bitches out for like the next 4 years, and it's like okay. And then by the time you hit 8th grade, your toes are poking out.
Dude, I would wear shoes to the point where my toes were they weren't actually poking out, but you could see the next layer of the fabric.
That's crazy. Dude, my work shoes, I wear steel-toed to my current job now, and I've worked there for officially 5 years now, and I've been through at least 3 pairs of boots. And my toes end up going through the side, like it rubs against the side so much, and then my toes poke out the sides, and I'm just wiggling my toes, and then I have to replace them as soon as winter comes, or I'm going to lose a piggy.
Not the piggy. Which one? Big piggy or little piggy?
Little piggy. Big
piggy's
fine. It's rammed against steel.
Oh,
but it's tough. And then you got to spend another $250 on the same pair of shoes because I'm a loyal man. I'm loyal to one brand.
I'm surprised your work doesn't expense at all.
No. My job said go fuck yourself.
I believe it. This is why I like my job now. They're very accommodating to my needs. Speaking of, I just got a certification. So that was cool.
That's cool.
We'll go back to the Kroger thing.
Okay.
That's going to go nowhere.
I gotta say, what'd you get certified in? Oh, shit.
It was one of the programs, so it's not super entertaining to talk about it all. It was just a cool experience. Went through the class.
Congrats, you're certified in something.
Thanks. Woohoo!
Yay.
But, oh man, yeah, we were talking about bathrooms.
Yeah, women's was always the worst. Because, like, the men's, you get your usual piss on something. You get some guy who doesn't know how to shit properly, and there's, like, a little bit of poop on the back of the toilet seat.
That's assuming you was just a little bit.
Well...
All right, here we go. Story time.
No.
Story time. Dude, I've walked into so many... I didn't do bathrooms for so long. It became a morning routine, because I was fairly good at cleaning them. I was, like, the mom in the bathroom cleaning. There was a time, I got 2 different ones that are huge. There was a time I walked into a bathroom.
Story or the shit? The story or the shit was huge?
Both.
Okay.
For 2 different reasons, actually. So for the first one, walked in the bathroom, and this was after I'd already gotten complaints and everything, saying, "Oh, this bathroom needs to be clean, this or that," and I just cleaned it because it was later that morning. The entire bathroom was stained yellow. Not brown, yellow.
How does I get piss stains, but like, how does it stain that
It
bad?
wasn't piss. Someone had smeared it with their hands.
They're piss with their
It
hands?
wasn't piss.
Then what was
it? Brown is just a darker shade of yellow.
Okay.
Everywhere. Not just the toilet. The sink, the mirror, the walls. I had to take the hose to the bathroom.
The Kroger hoses. Because they're prepared for people to smear their shit.
It was so bad. I had to... And this was when I was wearing boots a lot of the time, too. I still had to put bags over my boots because I couldn't just walk in there.
Yeah, because it'd be stuck on your shoes all day, and your shoes would make that weird, like, sticky sound.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be because of...
It wouldn't because you had shit on your shoes. It's because you have the cleaning supplies all over your shoes.
Well, it would be originally because you had shit on your shoes, then be...
Yeah, because you cleaned them off. because of the residue or whatever. But
Gosh.
shit residue. That's what I like to hear in the morning.
I hope you're not eating while listening to this.
I hope you are eating while listening to this. but yeah, no, it was horrendous.
All right, what's the second one?
Second one, so me and one of my other buddies, who I'll probably have on this podcast eventually as well, we're doing the bathrooms, and sometimes we'd be able to do them in pairs because we would take a bathroom each because there was the women's, the men's, and then for this story there was the unisex bathroom as well. So we're walking over these bathrooms to go do them. We get over there, we're getting the cleaning supplies ready. All we hear is a big bang. We didn't know what it was.
I remember this.
We didn't know what was going on, so we tuck and hide around the corner. Because we didn't know what it was. It was just a super loud bang. We didn't know if someone fell. We didn't know if someone broke something. We didn't know if someone shot something. We didn't know. So we're tucked around the corner, sitting there for a minute. We hear the door open. So we're like, okay, we'll just sit here and watch. It was a girl in one of the motorized... It wasn't a motorized cart. It was her own motorized thing. She comes out, wheels out, just drives off. Like, okay, that's odd.
You're talking about that,
Yes,
the one with the short hair and
we called her the wheelchair girl.
the googly eyes?
I don't know if Google it. We're probably thinking of the same one. But
Okay.
regardless, we go into that bathroom. The entire bottom of the toilet is shattered.
This is after I left, right?
Yes. Yeah. Completely shattered. We didn't know what to do. We're just sitting there. Crap all over the ground. There's water on the floor. We didn't know what to do. Complete bottom shattered.
You're not trained to deal with that situation.
I'm not a plumber.
there's no Kroger video on how to deal with a shattered toilet and shit on the ground. Well, there's shit on the ground, but not the shattered toilet.
Yeah. So we're sitting there. We don't know what to do. We're between laughing, crying, and just complete silence and disbelief. So we're talking to each other, trying to figure out what we're going to do. And I was like, well, one of us has to tell the manager. He's
Obviously.
So he was like, I'm not going to do it. I don't even know what I'd say. I was like, great.
Toilet broken. Help, please. Shit everywhere.
That's basically what I did. I went up to the manager. And we walk up, and this is... walk up and say, hey, this is going to sound odd. You're not going to know what to do about it. I don't know what to do about it. The toilet is shattered. He goes, what do you mean?
Repeat that.
Repeat that. The bottom of the toilet. We heard a loud bang. We waited. They left. We walked in. Bottom toilet is shattered. We don't know what to do. He goes, okay.
He wasn't trained for this either.
He said, lock the door for now. I was like, you should probably come check this out first. He goes, I don't know what to do. Lock the door. Make sure no one goes in. Put up a sign. We'll figure it out. We'll call someone. I was like, all right, cool. So I go do that. The worst part is, after all this, I had to do another lap later that day to clean the bathrooms. That door was open.
Someone went in there.
Someone put their... No, I'm not going to tell them how to unlock the doors from the outside. Someone unlocked the door from the outside, walked in, walked back out.
They saw the sign, said, joke's on you, I can't fucking read. Opened it with the special way that you really have to be stupid to open it, and then went in there and was like, oh, that's why it's closed.
It was... Oh, man.
I would not be surprised if you walked in there, there's already shit on the floor from the previous person hours ago. You walk back in there and the person just pissed and shit in the corner.
There's been times that... And I'm sorry, this is disgusting. There's been times where it's been clogged. There's been a sign because it couldn't be unclogged. Not because lack of skill or effort, just because the toilet won't flush or anything anymore. And they'll still go in and use it.
Oh, yeah, they keep adding to it?
Yep.
Oh, when I went to Micro Center one time to get my new computer, that happened to me. I had to shit so... I was waiting in line. This is when graphics cards were super fucking expensive. Like, they were unbelievably expensive.
Still expensive.
I know, but they're better, somewhat. But I waited for, like... I woke up early, drank my coffee, went to Micro Center. I was waiting in line. I had the early morning, like, shit. And
He said, I drank a coffee and it was ready to come out.
It was turtling hard. I went to that bathroom. I'm like, friends, go get your parts. I have to go. I can't hold this. I go run to the bathroom. First thing in the morning, you think they would clean it, but I guess not. I go in there, and exactly what you said. Someone shit, and then it clogged, and then someone shit on top of that, and then it cupped shit, and it looked like 5 different people wiped their asses in this big pile of toilet paper and crap and piss. And I saw that. I was so disgusted. My shit went like...
Didn't have to go anymore.
Magically, I was just fine. I didn't have to poop. I literally held it for another 2 hours. I was perfectly fine. Like my butt and I like agreed. We had a mutual understanding. Like I am not sitting on that. I'm not even hovering over that. I'm waiting till I get home and I'm using my own bathroom.
Here's the thing I don't understand about it too. Like, even if I throw all morals out the window and I were to go do this, water. The muggy brown water is gonna come up and hit me.
Not muggy.
How many different people's brown are in that water that are gonna come back and hit me?
That's horrible.
I don't know what they ate. I don't know what they got going on. They could be sick. They could have something else going on. I don't want that on my butt. Even if it didn't trickle inside somehow. I don't want that on my cheeks.
I didn't like that hand movement.
Anyone watching or listening on Spotify is not going to know
what
you're talking
it's
about.
It's probably for the best.
Watch the YouTube. You'll love the visuals.
But,
We'll move on from...
But no, one more thing.
Okay.
One more bathroom thing. But yeah, the women's bathroom, way worse. Like, the guys' bathroom we're saying is horrible because guys do, like, more of the pooping stuff. But, like, women's bathroom, like, it's not their fault. We get it. But, like, they have little boxes in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, the little...
For the period.
The little monthly boxes.
The monthly boxes. Perfect way to put it. And literally, like, it gets to a point where they overflow. And you walk into the bathroom and it smells like death.
Well, some people it's not even so much a matter of it overflowing because that's more of the employee's fault. The issue would be when they don't even make an attempt to put it in.
They just leave it on the floor, and then you see droplets like accumulate over the day on the floor, and you're just like as a man seeing that, because I'm a man and I have a caveman brain. If I see that, I'm immediately like, ugh.
See, I've gotten used to it. It is what it is, but like
I can't do blood and guts and gore. That's me.
And I know it's a human function. It is what it is.
You can't help it,
but like make an effort. Like it's just as bad as shitting on the toilet, shitting on the seat. Clean it up. Clean it up. It's your mess. We're there to clean up the aftermath, but like don't make it worse. Well, we're not there anymore to clean up the aftermath.
You're just making a 16-year-old boy pick up your bloody leftovers. It's not a good time.
Right, and there's a whole thing behind that too, because you have to use a kit for that.
You're supposed to, but they don't train you to do that, so I'm going in there.
You have to use a kit for that.
I didn't see that video.
They do train you. There is a video. He didn't pay attention. But a lot of people didn't use it. That party's correct, at least. A lot of people didn't use the kit, which we'll leave that where it is.
Okay.
But anyways, what was your favorite and least favorite parts of working within the grocery industry?
Obviously, I like carts. That was like the only good thing. Sometimes I liked bagging, because sometimes only if you had like a good scanner person to talk to, then it was fun.
That if it was slow.
If it was slow, bagging was fun, because you could just talk and goof around until the manager comes around and is like, hey, I need you to do something. Like, go restock the bags. And I'm like, okay. 2 seconds later, I'm back to doing exactly what I was doing.
Well, if it was slow, sometimes they just come hang out too.
Barely. None of the cool ones did when I was there. Of course, I didn't talk to anybody, so they're like, I don't want to fucking talk to this guy. He's fucking weird. And I'm like,
weirdo.
I'm just here.
No, we love you. We love you. It's okay.
Yeah, you were the only one. You and Matthew. Everybody else, I was like a freak. So, no. But, I don't know. I like going outside. Bagging was okay, but they always stuck me in trash duty. They always put you in bathroom duty. They always put me on trash duty.
This is true.
Especially in the mornings, like Sunday mornings.
Did you want to trade?
Yes. I asked to trade. You told me to go fuck myself. I remember this.
I don't remember saying those words exactly. Same premise, though.
But freaking yeah, they tell me to go do trash. I'm like, whatever, okay, I'll do trash. You know, I'm a good little boy. I'll do what I'm told. And it's always like, there's always like, most of the Krogers now have Starbucks next to them. We're in them.
Yeah.
And then they also are ours had like, it was next to the sushi area and like next to the deli where everybody eats. So all the smelly foods together that have been sitting there overnight. Marinating. And I have to go in there. Being the strong young boy I am, I have to go in there and pick up the bags and throw it in like a stupid dumpster. Not that hard, but when you've had countless numbers of bags rip open because they're cheap and spill all over you, that's happened at least twice, where like 2 bags in a row spill all over me. And I get coffee grounds and sushi juice, and I smell like absolute shit.
Yeah.
And basically have to suck it up for the entire day, being covered in juices, smelling like multiple different things, and then having customers come and look at you and tell you smell like crap.
Thanks.
And every time they're like, oh, like the 2 customers who were nice enough to say, thank you back, have a good day, we're like, oh, no, yeah, you smell. I'm like, thanks.
See you later, Stinky.
See you later, Stinky. And they're like, what's that thing on your shirt? I'm like, some type of trash juice. I don't know.
I think it's an onion.
And I think one time one of the managers like told me like to go outside because they smelled me and they didn't want to deal with me anymore.
Well, you got to think too. We were kids, so we weren't really driving at the time either. So there was nothing we could do.
You didn't drive.
Well,
I had to drive you to work every single day. Every time we worked, you're like, hey, buddy.
You didn't have to. You offered to because it was on the way.
Yeah, you were on the way. And then we want to get in this discussion when I asked you for gas money and you basically told me to go fuck myself.
That's because I took care of you in other ways. I'd buy us lunch.
You weren't sucking my wee-wee, so that's the only way. I'm not gay, but...
I bought us lunch most of the time. I don't even want to hear it.
I don't remember a single lunch, ever.
It's because you're too busy fucking scarfing it down.
That must be your other schizophrenic friend, because that was not me.
Don't let him fool you.
Okay.
Just trying to make you feel bad.
I remember. I'm like, okay, fine.
There it is. There it is.
Buy me a drink and we'll call it even. Like every now and then, buy me a drink. He's like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, but he didn't just
shut your mouth. Shut your fucking mouth. No,
They'd be like the monster.
No. I'm the type of human being where when someone buys me something, I feel fucking bad. Go fuck yourself. Yeah. I feel bad. I'm like, okay, this guy's buying something for me. I'm gonna get. I want the expensive drink, but I'm not gonna be like that. I'm gonna buy the cheap, like $1-2 little fruity drink or Gatorade and call it a day. And then I would do that, and then he'd get himself a cheap drink.
Fool you. He's lying to all of you.
Fuck you. You're lying. I remember this because I was pissed off about it, and I hold grudges. I don't let go. And then, like, the next time around, he's like, oh, it's your turn to buy a drink. I'm like, okay, but that drink was for the ride. But okay, I'll buy you a drink. All right, and it's no. Let me finish. And then I would go, and I get what I want. And I'm like, okay, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to be the nice human being and get, like, the same level drink, the same price drink, or cheaper. This motherfucker would go for the most expensive, like, $5-6 fucking coffee. And
they were all that much. It's Starbucks.
Exactly. It's exactly. You're admitting it. So I'm going for the cheapest one. You're going for the most expensive.
That's because you were in line for Starbucks. Why would I ask for something else?
We were not in line for Starbucks. We go to the same fucking refrigerator aisle every single time with the swing open doors. And we're like, okay, pick what you want.
There is no $5 drink in the fridge.
I'm over-exaggerating, but it was still one of the most expensive.
You hear this? You hear this?
Fuck you.
Well, okay, well, let's say if this were true, I take care of you now. I'm a good friend. Yeah.
You're never there when I really need you.
You're full of shit.
When I have to hold Mark back for one of the bar fights and you're at home freaking tucked into bed.
Hey, man. I'm not starting the fights.
Well, someone has to be the babysitter, and I always end up being the babysitter.
Yeah. It's okay. The girls want me to come to the next one, so we'll see.
Gosh, and let's not forget, that's where Kroger was the first place I met my first girlfriend.
Oh. Yeah, well, you had some fun ones with that one.
Mm-mm.
How did...
She was little...
Where do you want to go from there?
She was a little cuckoo.
Cuckoo?
First girlfriend was cuckoo. She didn't know what she wanted. But...
That's fair.
Yeah, she didn't know what she wanted. She was all over the place. Freaking, I don't even know. I was the nervous shy boy. You literally babied me into that relationship. You held my hand and were like, come on, buddy. And I was like,
now oh. I half feel bad, half don't feel bad. I feel bad because of how it turned out, but who would have thought it would turn out that way?
I kind of needed it, but...
And I don't feel bad because you needed that push to your first relationship.
I needed, I wouldn't, I wouldn't have a girlfriend by now if I didn't have that one to help me learn. and struggle. I needed that trauma to help me succeed.
Yeah.
But no, she was crazy. She didn't know what she wanted. I'm not naming names, but she wanted...
That's probably a good idea.
But long story short, for guys out there who understand this, she was pastor's daughter. So I'm not going to go any further, but that should explain... Yeah. So
we should talk about the trip we took.
We will. But she was... Anyways, tons of stuff. But...
I'm going to grab my drink while you continue.
She wanted to... her dream, and she said if I have a problem with it, to just get out. I'm like, okay. Her dream was to go across the seas and teach, which I don't have a problem with that. But she wanted to teach religion in countries where they were killing people who were teaching religion. They were literally hanging you up or shooting you for teaching religion. That's where she wanted to go to teach religion. And I'm like, okay, cool, you can do what you want to do. But she's like, if you don't want to do that, then get up and leave. Like, don't if you change your mind about that, then don't stay with me. I'm like, okay. And then after a few months, I'm like, okay, I don't want to do
Relationships
that.
are tough, dude. Relationships are tough.
And then, okay, fast forward, but broke up. She started dating a guy who looks almost exactly like me. And then she ends up not even going and doing the thing she said she was going to do.
This is true. Yeah, because she ended up getting married. Like, I don't remember.
She got married and had a kid all within like a year span.
Was it that quick?
I swear you told, like, when you were feeding me tidbits of information, she went from like 2 months after we broke up, she dated a guy who looked exactly like me. And then she, like, within 6 months after that, or 8 months, they got engaged. And then maybe not even a year later, you're like, oh yeah, they had a kid. And I'm like...
Yeah, this might have been, probably a year, 2 year span. That's crazy.
I'm just like, damn.
I don't know. People change. You can't really blame them for that, but it was not the relationship for you.
100% no.
It's good that it ended the way it did, just because I mean, even if you were to stay friends, you guys wouldn't have talked to each other.
You can't.
Anyways.
There's no. It's so hard. You can't be friends with exes.
Right. But even if you were to have stayed friends, you guys were so different. It wouldn't have.
Oh yeah, no. She
matter.
asked me as a guy. She's like, "Would you give up video games for me?" And I looked that bitch dead in the eye, and I said no. She's like, "I didn't think I'd ever date a guy who plays video games." And I'm like, "Well, I play video games. I'm not giving them up."
I mean, we're at a time now where most girls play video games now too.
Some of them.
So everyone watches anime now too.
It's definitely more common, but not every girl does. If you try to explain anime to some girls, they're still gonna look at you cross-eyed and be like, "That's the most unattractive thing you've ever said to me," and now I'm drier than the Sahara Desert.
I'm drier than a damn dryer sheet.
Yeah.
But let's start with the trip.
Yeah. Long story short, this ex, when we were still together, she was like 2 hours away at college, and she had like a hiking trail that wasn't too far away.
Well, she wanted us to visit the college too.
She wanted us to visit. So, Nikki, me, and a few of our other friends all carpool 2 hours to go to her college, pick her up, and then go to this hiking trail nearby. And what was it? It was like it rained for like 2 days straight, including that day.
No, it didn't
before
rain
we
that
went.
day.
All I remember was it was wet.
I think it sprinkled as we were driving, but it didn't really rain that day. It was beforehand where the ground had soaked up all the water.
Yeah, but I never hiked before, so I didn't have any hiking gear, and I wasn't about to drop hundreds of dollars on any type of hiking gear.
Right.
So I went there in my old Adidas shoes I've had since middle school, and we went hiking, and I was slipping and sliding every step.
Dude, it was slicker than shit. Like when I tell it like oil slicks. Mm-hmm. It was like mud with oil slick on top of it.
It was worse than that, but it was horrible. And then you had to grab onto trees and stuff so you didn't fall in.
I had a lucky stick the whole time that I used as a cane.
Yeah, he thought he was cool as shit.
Hey, we'll get to it, but it helped in the end.
Whatever. But and then as we kept going down the hill, like it kept getting slicker and slicker, and then we got to the point where like the river or stream or whatever that was going down.
There's a waterfall.
That leads into a waterfall. Like it was to the point where it was still like super strong and was like almost overflowing. And as we got closer to it, like the path got right up against it. It was like literally like flat, and then a little tiny hill, and then water. And then there were some parts where it was like literally the path was slanted, and they would go straight to the water. And as Nikki remembers, I was not athletic at the time. Like, this was before, like, I lost a lot of weight and I started working out, but I was like a chubby, unathletic kid. And we started when we were walking on that path, or at some part of the path, I slipped and I almost started, like, I was falling towards the water.
No, let's talk about the fact that there was a cliffside right there as well.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember it all. I think it's my brain trying to protect me. But I just remember me falling. I think I was, like, hanging on the side, and you were, like, I was hanging on the side, like, almost about to, like, fall into the water.
So what had happened was, imagine we're walking down this path. Well, the path right next to it had a little muddy, like, it was almost like a muddy landslide off, like, a cliff. He misstepped or something. It took his foot, and he started sliding down. And he didn't, like, fall. He didn't directly fall. He was sliding and slowly, like, ended up flat onto the ground. He had his hands in the mud.
Oh, yeah, I had my fingers in the mud.
And his feet were dangling off the side. Nothing else was dangling. It was just his feet. But he couldn't pull himself up because every time he moved, he would slowly inch
that and I didn't have any upper
back.
body strength, but yeah.
Yeah. So here I am with my lucky stick that he still hates.
You didn't even have the stick in your hand.
I did have the stick.
No. Okay, your stick wasn't doing it. You literally were like Moses with the stick in one hand and you were like grabbing me with the other.
No. I came down, slammed the stick in the ground, and put my foot over. I said, just climb me. He had to climb up my leg.
I don't like the way you said that.
He had to climb up my leg and basically crawl over me to get back up, and then I had to stick my way up.
Yeah, and then we got to the end, like what, like 10, maybe 10, 15 minutes later of hiking. It gets to a point where like you cross like a little tree bridge or something, and then you can go down this really steep ass like hill to go to the bottom where the waterfall is, and it's supposed to be really pretty. And I looked at that after almost dying, and I said, I'm not doing that.
It was basically like a rock wall. It was cool. It was cool for me.
To get down?
Yeah.
I don't think it was. I think it was just the hill, and then there was like trees in the hill, and then like you could use the trees to get down.
Yeah. But like it was steep isn't the word. It was really tight, so like you couldn't step anywhere. Don't look at me like that when I say tight.
I like the way you say tight.
So you had to walk like toe to heel to get across.
I don't know. But yeah, so I just sat there on some like little rock that they designed to be a seat for the wimps who didn't want to go down the hill. I think Matthew stayed with me. He was a good guy. Everybody else just ditched me, including my girlfriend at the time.
I wanted to sit on the waterfall.
They all went down the hill, and we just kind of sat there, and I think Matthew and I didn't say a single word. Because Matthew's the type of friend where, like, me and him get along around each other, but we have nothing in common. Like, you're the glue friend that keeps us together. And, like, without you, we don't know what to talk about, and we have nothing in common. So we just kind of sit there and, like, twiddle our thumbs and look at the sky.
At the time, you were both very socially awkward still as well.
Oh, we both were. Yeah, we didn't, you're like, lovely weather we're having, if that.
Yeah. And you guys had a really good view, though, too, because it was like a cutout where
I
you
don't
could see the
remember the
waterfall.
view. I was still, my heart was still pounding, and my fingertips were still bleeding. Yeah. I was ready to go home, like right then and there.
You were drenched in water too.
Yeah, I was soaked, muddy. It was horrible, man.
Oh.
And then when you guys finally got back up, I remember you telling me like, "I'm so glad you didn't go," and I'm like, "Wow, thanks." Like that hurt my feelings.
It wasn't,
but
because,
I understood. I know you were doing it because you didn't want to have to save my heavy ass.
Because I had to carry most of them. Well, not carry, but I had to basically help all of them up.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been difficult at the time to help you up because I hadn't hit the gym yet. We'll just say that.
Mm-hmm.
I was very skinny and lanky at the time, so it wouldn't have been a good mix.
Nothing changed.
I'm not lanky. I am skinny. But yeah, that was a wild time.
And then I remember when we finally did escape there, and we got back to the cars. I was never so happy to see my crappy little Camry in my life. And then we all pack in and go back to her college to go take showers and get something to eat. And I almost wrecked into somebody on one of the back roads. But by the time we got to her college dorm, everybody was taking a shower, I just literally let everybody go before me. I just laid on the floor. I don't know if you remember that. I was like laying on the floor, staring at the ceiling. Just I was dead. Like my body was in shock the whole time we were on that trail. And then
Well, I don't think we brought a separate pair of clothes either. I think we had to wash them.
no,
I think we were sitting in towels.
I don't think so. I think I brought extra clothes. I don't know about you,
Maybe.
but
I don't remember. It's been a while.
yeah, but
This is probably like 6 years ago. 5 or 6.
and then I never went hiking again.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Every single time I go hiking or think about hike or go camping or hiking, I always think of that scenario. I'm like, yeah, no.
Next time we go on a trip, we should go hiking. But it would. We
I just
typically
told
go to,
you no.
I know, but we typically go to like sunnier places that don't rain a lot.
It might not be as bad, but
We'll have to find a place
I
that's
always-
like a gravel path.
my only thing with hiking, especially like when I think of hiking, like I think of it like hiking in the woods. I know there's frickin' trails or whatever, but I still feel like my dumbass would get lost, and I wouldn't know my direction because I'm no like philosopher or like whatever. I can't like and look at the sun and detect where the hell I'm going, or sun
South.
east, sun west. Like, oh, I need to follow the sun that way or something. Like I don't know where I'm going.
That's fair.
Even on streets and roads, I don't know where the hell I'm going 90% of the time unless Google tells me where to go.
Well, some hiking paths actually have their own like GPS map thing.
Now they do. Nowadays. Back then, I don't think those are fully out yet.
We should see if Red River Gorge has one.
Okay.
Because me and a couple buddies from work, also not this, but when we were still at Kroger, we all went, and it was fun. It's a lot of driving to path, but it's beautiful.
Isn't Red River Gorge the one? I think I went there when I was like a little Cub Scout, and like, isn't that the one with the big rock bridge? At some point,
I think so. I don't remember. I know there's a lot of like cliffs you can stand over though.
I don't know where I went. It was somewhere in Kentucky, but like we went to like some place that had a big rock bridge, and like we're in the middle of the rock bridge, and I hate heights, so I'm shitting bricks, and I'm standing directly in the middle, and they're telling us all the stories of how people die there and like people fall off all the time. And I'm like,
Actually, yeah, it might be that because I think there's a sign that talks about that.
and I'm just like, thanks, like, and like, it's like we had a tour guide, and she was literally telling us that, or he was telling us that right when we were in the middle of the bridge, and I'm like, can I get off of this now?
Can we go?
And it was like a slightly like windy day, so I felt the breeze. I'm like,
I don't think so. Man, we should do like a kind of vlog podcast where we go on a little hike or something. That'd be cool.
If this is still around by the time we do it, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we made it to episode 2.
By the
I've got
way-
a few plans. So
That reminded me of a different thing. Have you ever been to Tennessee and done that like sky bridge, the glass sky bridge?
it sounds familiar, but I don't think so.
Basically, they have this like you have to like take like almost a ski lift up to this place where they have like a bunch of little bridges and stuff, and it's all high up, and they have like a little tree fort thing, and then it all leads to like a glass sky bridge. And I cannot do heights. I hate heights. But with my last ex, it was like me, her sister, and her boyfriend. We all went up there because they needed to pick up a dog or something. I don't know, but we all went down there, hung out for like a day.
That's why I remember.
And they drugged me to there to do that. And I remember on the ski lift up, like I was dreading the whole line getting up to the ski lift. I was not looking forward to it. I just kept looking up and my heart was pounding. And then we get on the ski lift and I'm next to my girlfriend at the time. And I'm just sitting there losing my mind. Like I'm getting to the point where I'm like hitting a whole new level of like scared where I'm like laughing. Like you ever get to the point where like you see the movies, they're like,
because it's a nervous tick.
I was laughing. I was like, I couldn't process this. And then we finally get up to the top, and I felt lightheaded. Like I think I was about to have a heart attack or pass out. Like not even kidding. I've never been so terrified in my life.
Well, we've done. Was it with you that we went cliff jumping?
No,
Oh, that was mad.
because I would have said no to that before you even suggested it.
We need to.
That was a different Tennessee trip. We did the little parkour thing where they like.
Right. That was
I
completely
hated
different.
that.
That was Gatlinburg, but I think it was me, Mark, and Matthew, and a few others. We went cliff jumping. It was fun.
Yeah.
We should kind of not test your limits, but we should try to like push your limits a little bit. Kind of see where you can get.
You got me fucked up. Ain't no way. Even if you paid me money, like, no. Especially
for the
like
trip.
plane jumping or like
Skydiving?
skydiving.
We should go skydiving.
No, fuck you. Absolutely not. You can go fuck yourself.
We're going skydiving.
No. Only way you're getting me to go skydiving is you knock my ass out, and then no alcohol.
I'll give you liquid courage.
No, it's gonna have to be. You're gonna have to knock me out. I'm gonna have to wake up midair.
That would be hilarious. You just wake up screaming.
It's gonna be like those roller coaster videos where the people pass out, and it's like the Windows music, the power down, power on Windows music. That's gonna be me the whole way down.
I was with someone that did that. I about pissed myself because we went to an amusement park, and we're going down, and I look over and she's just out, and my buddy's right next to her, and he's like, Is she out cold?
Hey, stupid, wake up!
And then she woke up and started screaming again. She passed out again. We were just dying. Oh, man.
Fuck. But the glass bridge, back to that. I remember like the whole way through, like it wasn't that bad because we didn't get to the glass bridge yet. It was just like little other bridges. And then we finally get to the glass bridge. And it was a windy day. And I think it was like in the middle of like the fall. So you'd think there wouldn't be a lot of people, but there was a shit ton of people there on like vacation, or there was a crap ton of foreigners. So we finally get to the bridge part, and I'm not looking forward to it because it's shaking, it's glass, and there's a crap ton of people on it in the way. So I'm like, crap, let's just get this over with. I just want to run through it. And as soon as we're getting ready to step onto it, this foreign family with like, there's like 3 or 4 of them, like step in front of us to start walking, and they're walking super slow. And I was losing my mind. I was holding on to the side for dear life, shaking, and they would not move. And then I'm like, okay, we're still moving, we're still going. Everything's fine. I'm not gonna die. Everything's good. And then the gust of wind would come and shake the whole bridge, and I'm like, ah. And then I'm still inching my way. And then the foreign family fucking stops to take a fucking picture. And I'm like, I get it. You're here. You spend all this money on a fucking family vacation to America.
I am scared to die.
I'm going to die. And I'm like, I sat there holding on while they took their fucking picture and took their time. And they're like, okay, they're done. They took their picture. I can keep going. We get to the middle of the bridge, the worst part. And they stop to take another picture. And I look at my girlfriend. I'm like, I'm fucking pushing through them. I can't fucking do this. And I fucking pushed through them and got in front of them. And I kept going. I'm like, I'm so sorry. And I had to do that to at least 1 or 2 other families. I'm not stopping on this bridge. I'm going to act like I felt my heart pounding. Like I can barely stay awake right now. I'm about to pass out. I need to get off this bridge before my body rolls off the bridge.
We're going to do the skydiving.
You're...
On that note, though, we're running out of time. We're already like 52 minutes. We're going to get into the mini game. So while we're setting up for that, we'll see you in a bit. All right, welcome back. So we've already tried to do this cut once.
Hello.
But it didn't go as planned. It took a little long and it wasn't super exciting. So the idea for this challenge is we are going to draw a Pokemon from memory. We tried doing it once, dragged on too long, it didn't look like it'd be too entertaining for you guys. So we're only going to do one. We'll cut this one a little shorter just because the talking went on longer. So it'll be still about the same length for a normal podcast episode. I promise the next games and challenges will be a little better. But
we don't even have an overview camera to show them how we draw.
If we had an overview camera, it'd probably be a little more entertaining, kind of, than if we had more time. But this will be all right.
All right, let's get to it.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to generate a Pokemon. We're not going to see it. We're just going to draw it from memory. We're going to do the first 3 that we tried were awful.
So first generation, you said?
Yes, all first generation. And generating.
All the markers are jumbled.
Bellsprout.
Oh, not the pair. What is it? Do you remember the black guy describing all the Pokemon from like a commercial? And the girls?
Yes.
Almost a pair.
You're
taking all my markers.
We mixed them.
You mixed them.
Yeah.
There's only one light green now. You piece of shit.
You're sitting on it. It's fine. You can use this one.
Not under my ass. All right.
It's under his butt. His butt sucked it up.
Ready?
Set. Oh,
Start
set the timer. 5 minutes. Starting now.
Almost a pair.
I need a black marker. Because we don't have yellow. Which is my fault. But it's okay.
He a little thick.
Hell yeah, brother.
He a little thick with it.
Aren't we all just a little thick with it?
Sometimes I want to be thicker.
Thicker where?
Anyways.
Alrighty.
Isn't he like one of like the weakest Pokemon?
I think that's Shuckle. Or no, Shuckle's got a really high defense. I don't know.
Can you give me the light green?
Yes. Here we go.
Oh, thanks. Shit. No, not my... I think I just got green marker on my white hoodie.
It's an exit marker. It'll wash out.
Still.
It is unfortunate. He'll be alright. Probably.
Every time I think of Bellsprout, I also think about the Plant vs. Zombies.
So I'm not going to color it in.
Oh, wait. No, that's not right. I'm trying to think of Bellsprout now.
It is Bellsprout.
I know.
Where's the dark green? Give me the dark green.
There's two.
I couldn't see it. It's everything's going to shit, but it's okay.
Man, my thing's gonna end up looking like the Plants vs. Zombies thing because I'm blanking what Bellsprout looks like.
I mean, they're almost the same thing. Kind of. But, yeah. What's your favorite Pokemon?
Gyarados.
This is totally our first time talking about this.
I know, that's why I had a long pause. I'm like, but we talked about this. Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about this. Not that they know.
Yeah. Well, they do know that this is the second time.
Doesn't Bellsprout have some, like, thick lips, though? You know what I'm talking about?
I feel like you're thinking of Victory Bell or...
I thought he has some thickle lip. No, that's his evolution. He got some thickle lips.
I don't know, man. I wish we had a yellow. Okay, I'm painting it, or coloring it in orange, pretend it's yellow. And then you said you watched the anime and the movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm. My favorite one was the one with Mew and the blue rock guy.
The whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, that guy.
God.
See, like, I enjoy it, but I don't know shit about Pokemon.
That's fair.
Like, I never went to the book... Actually, I did go to the book fair, like, once or twice and get those Pokemon books that had all the Pokemon.
Oh, the handbooks? Dude, I miss those.
The book fairs where you, like, your mom and dad might give you some money.
So, yeah.
Like,
Well, it's because they didn't know what you'd spend it on. They didn't want you to spend on something dumb, which is...
They're like, here's $5, and then everything there is, like, over $5, and you're like, man, mom, dad, I need more money. And then, like, next year they give you $10, and it's like...
Everything went up in price.
Everything went up in price. You could buy one book and, like, a crappy pencil.
Dude, Scholastic book fairs are where it's at.
And then you go sharpen it the first time, and then everything would just... It would literally just... The sharpener would take your whole pencil.
Yeah. This is true. I need that light green when you're done. Well, we had the bendy pencils. I got one of the pointer fingers. Like sticks that had the little pointer on the end.
One of the posters I have is like a Rock Band poster and like a Lamborghini poster from there.
Lamborghini.
It's like, all the chicks are going to love this later in life. I ain't getting no chicks.
Speaking of posters.
No, we're not bringing the poster up. No, not the poster.
Drew's got a poster.
Yeah, they're really jealous of it because it really helps with the ladies.
Yeah.
Even though my room never has seen a lady in it in my entire life. Well, actually, that's not false. But besides the point.
Anyways.
she liked it.
Did she?
I think so. I don't think she saw it.
Oh, man.
But I'm sure if she saw it, she'd be dripping.
I didn't like that.
Dripping.
I don't think anyone
gushing.
Here liked that. I don't think anyone here liked that.
Gushing.
When are we going to see the poster, Drew?
When you start putting out.
I don't think that's going to happen either.
Well, then...
I'm sure I get someone else to put up for you.
The crazy psycho chick?
It'd probably be Mark.
Dude, Mark drunk is a whole different Mark than you guys have seen.
All right, well...
He gets aggressive.
You get aggressive, too.
Only when you guys start it.
All right. We've still got 5 seconds, but we'll turn it around here. Let me look it up first, and then we'll turn it around. Oh, man.
While you're looking it up, that reminds me. Remember when we were kayaking with the crazy ex we talked about earlier? And,
we kayaked, too.
We didn't kayak. We raft. We went like White
Same
River
thing.
rafting, and you tried to push me in the water.
Oh man,
And-
that was
And then,
awful.
yeah, you tried to push me in the water, and then you lost your watch.
Yeah, it's okay. I got it back. That's all that matters. All right, 1. I just saw his.
Yours looks like an actual pea shooter from Plants vs. Zombies.
Look at the picture.
Yeah, it's fine.
Anyways, 1, 2, 3. And remember, I said substitute the orange for yellow. I think I win that.
It's orange.
I think I win that.
It's orange.
I think I win that.
Sure.
To be fair, with all the other ones that we did in the other clip, we both were awful. It wasn't good. If I remember to, I'll leave screenshots somewhere.
You can just like put the random ones we did for the YouTube people.
That's true. Oh no, I set up an Instagram. Maybe I'll put it on the Instagram. That'll be the first post.
The bloopers?
Yeah, the bloopers. That'd be good. But yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, next challenge will be a lot better. This one went a lot better in my head. We had fun with it. We just don't think you would be as entertained watching it because there's a lot of
it's a little boring.
dead space. Yeah,
It's just two guys sitting there quietly in a room together,
drawing
with their
horrendous Pokemon
with their tongues out. I swear I've seen this in a video before.
Hold on.
And then I immediately went off the video because I'm not gay.
Okay. Wait, what?
Anyways.
I'm going to leave that word. Okay. Anyways, as I do with all, well, I guess what I'm going to do with all of my other ones, as well as I do with the first one, for first-time guests, I will be giving a gift. So I've got a gift for Drew here.
I didn't know that was a thing.
And this is why I brought up the poster, because it may replace the poster. Go ahead and open that up, buddy.
Oh, for the second, I thought this looked like the Polar Express kid. The smug one that everybody hates that has that kid in their life.
No.
Is this Gibby?
Maybe.
I'm not even going to joke with you. I almost bought this myself. What the hell is this? This is not Gibby.
The middle.
This is like Dr. Phil and like fucking
Gaslight.
It's just a
gatekeep girl boss.
It's just a bunch of bald men.
The Gibby's in the middle.
That is not Gibby.
That is Gibby.
That's like young Gibby.
It is. Yeah, it's Gibby.
Who the hell knows that young Gibby? Oh, is that his brother?
No, that's Gibby.
That's not Gibby.
That's Gibby.
That is not Gibby. And then we got like the Dr. Phil looking fucker from that one Disney show.
I don't know who this man is.
He looks like a predator. Does this man on the left right here not look like a fucking predator?
A little bit.
He looks like my uncle
It's gonna be like a war hero
that went to jail.
We-
No, he was also part of some Disney show.
Probably. But you got Gibby now. This will replace the other poster. Nothing can replace the other poster.
The other poster gets all the ladies.
This one will too. This is cool. So you enjoy that. Oh man. Well, thank you all for coming to episode 2. I hope you enjoyed. We'll be looking forward to seeing you in episode 3. Leave a comment. Let us know if you want anything specific in the next episode. If you want to see different games, or maybe you guys want to throw some topics out. So let us know, and we hope to see you next time. Thanks for joining in.
Bye-bye.
Bye.